The coronavirus has transformed the world, at least for the short term. And we're always thinking deeply about what messages can we absorb, learn, what can we do. But there's, for me, a very striking message, which is literally one person sneezes on one part of the world and the whole world is impacted. That's how interconnected we are. But literally may have been a simpler thing as a bat in the middle of a market in China landing on a chicken, someone buying it, not cooking it properly, and boom. One sneeze, one handshake at a time, it spreads person to person. Within a short few days or weeks, the entire planet is impacted. One tiny bit of contact, literally one handshake at a time. And what that shows us is, to me or at least, is something absolutely incredible, which is I could have a conversation with you and we can, one of us can spread to the other some really positive energy, and we can go home that night and think, that was very sweet. Forget that even happened. But that spreads one person at a time, one handshake at a time, one smile at a time, and it will sooner or later, maybe a few weeks later, end up in a marketplace in China, and in a government agency in Australia, and in a shantytown in Brazil, and all over the world. They'll be feeling the impact of that conversation. In fact, that's happening all the time. We're all being impacted by conversations with one another. And the more positive and the more we work on ourselves and become holier or wiser or deeper people, that's spreading out positive energy that within several weeks has already touched the entire planet. And vice versa, when we're angry or resentful, that negative energy is touching the entire planet. And when we stop and think about that, that's actually dramatic and unbelievable, because so often we think these little things don't do anything. And actually, what a coronavirus teaches actually does, and actually things transfer from one to another. And not just even on some mystical level, on a very simple, natural level. The more we work on ourselves, the more we calm ourselves down before a tense situation, or stop and think, what would God want me to say, or what's the right thing to do here, and do it, that won't just impact the immediate conversation. That will sooner or later literally impact, on some level, the whole world. We might not know right now the extent to which we're being lifted. Somebody's giving us a great message, and that really just flowed person to person to person through a nice little handshake that also took place in a market in China, or who knows where. But we can likewise be the originators of so much goodness. So obviously right now the priority is to avoid too much contact, try and keep the spread of the virus low, and everyone should be healthy, especially those who are old or compromised immune systems should be healthy, should be well, and all of you, please God, will be healthy and well. But let's also maybe understand and realize how single little interactions literally transform the world, not in some just metaphoric level, but literally do. And think more deeply about how our little bits of goodness, now while we're trying to help others who may be having a difficult time, maybe helping those who are in isolation, but even way beyond, long after the virus has gone, how we can virally be spreading goodness and literally lifting the entire world.